Hello and welcome back to Stay Plugged In. My name is Sheridan, and today I am here with Henry Johnston, the director of Clarke Esports.
My name is Henry Johnston. I am the Esports Director at Clarke University. We are a newer program to collegiate, but we're doing very, very well and we're growing pretty strong. We have different competitive titles in Valorant, Call of Duty, FIFA, Fortnite, NBA 2K, and Madden. And we are constantly looking for new students in those titles, as well as in Rocket League and Super Smash Bros.
Awesome. And when you say relatively new, like how long has the program been around?
So this is our second year, so we are going into our fourth season right
Oh,
now.
yeah. And what are some of the program's goals?
Really, my biggest goal above all for our program is just to build the best in the state. That's definitely one of the short-term goals, but I would love for us to be, one of the most competitive programs in the nation. But of course, since we are new, right, trying to get a lot of these teams built up and started and really have strong teams, right? Competitive success is definitely something that's very, very important to us, as well as just helping our students achieve their goals, right? Whether that be through their academics, whether that is, of course, through their maybe athletic goals or competitive goals, and also just maybe some personal goals, right? With definitely some experiential opportunities, with maybe some internships, maybe some industry connections that they can make. But really just trying to build something unique, build something special, and try to leave a new legacy in the esports industry.
Yeah, and how do you help your students achieve some of these goals? I know you mentioned internships, but like through the program, how do you help them maybe with content goals or competitive goals or academic goals, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of different ways that esports can really um, provide a lot of great variety. It's a lot of things that I kind of experienced in my undergrad, which is why I like to provide some of these opportunities now as a director. So there's a lot of great ways where you can do a lot more than just competing, right? If you're someone who wants to go into social media or content creation, right? You can help run some of these different things and do different graphic design. You obviously have a ton of content that just naturally exists with an esports program. We try to host a bunch of different events. We want to be hosting even more, giving students the opportunity to completely run those, be able to make connections with businesses, let's say around our community, to be able to get some potential sponsorships, see how that kind of pseudo recruitment works for just trying to bring people in to compete for that, as well as just talk with the important figures in the community to kind of get that buy-in. And then of course, just a lot of contacts that I have, just being able to say, hey, if you want to do this kind of thing, let's get you talking with someone who's already doing it. We give some advice, or here are some great places to look for some opportunities. With great internships that a lot of different organizations and pro orgs are offering. Just kind of pushing them to do a lot more and being there as a resource to say, hey, however much you want to do, I can help you do all these things. Let's go, step by step. What works for you? What do you see yourself doing? How can we get you there?
Yeah, that's super important. I know it's about the academics and it's about competitive competitions, but it's also about helping them achieve whatever their personal goals are. I think that's super important. And are you attending this upcoming weekend's Carry2College?
Yes, we are definitely excited to be looking at the talent pool. I know that the past Carry2 colleges have been great, especially now that a lot more of the matches are broadcasted. I think actually all of them are, so it's really, really great to actually see each individual player. I think it's just great to see the different divisions, to see a whole range of players. And of course, having the college for every players just to be able to talk with us directly and then follow up with them, I think is also great.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you feel the last Carry2College went for your program?
I mean, I think we went pretty well. I think we made a lot of great connections, talked with a lot of great players. I think there's definitely a lot of great games. I know that I believe we have Valorant coming up for this next Carry2 College, so I know that that's definitely one of our premier titles. So we'll be definitely keeping an eye on that one. It was great to watch a lot of the Rocket League players as well in the past one. So I think it's just been going better and better, right? I think the more that they are, the more people get involved. And we're just really trying to, give more students opportunities for collegiate esports. So just trying to keep us in the forefront of different kind of prospective players' minds is definitely our goal.
Yeah, and how did the college fair go?
I think it was a lot of fun. I think it was great. We had a good amount of students jump in, and it was fun to be able to have it have defined times during the day. So it wasn't like if between matches, because there was like 4 or 5 going on per day. So having like a dedicated half an hour for students to say, oh, you can just jump between these channels, talk with them, different directors and coaches. I think that was definitely very, very helpful. I mean, met a lot of good people. I think that definitely We hope to be able to become our students here. But I think it was definitely always great improvements are being made from each Carry2College.
Yeah, thank you. And what traits are you looking for in your college esports recruits?
I think the biggest thing for us is just really commitment, right? We are a very new program, but we're doing so many things so fast, and I think we are exponentially growing, which is awesome. And really, we just want students who are dedicated and hardworking. We are very very fortunate to have a pretty strong talent pool for having a bit of a smaller program, and everyone's really really putting in the time to make not only themselves better but their teammates better. And so we're really looking for students to, build and be part of the culture that we're already trying to set. And then, of course, students who want to tell a new story. There's a bunch of very, very strong and established programs already in collegiate. We want to be the next new name that takes them down. So we want students who are going to be willing to put in that time, put in that effort to be the best, because we know we can help them be the best. And of course, people want to have fun, right? We want to make this a fun experience. We want to make this something that they can be proud to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. And what advice do you have for students who might be a little nervous about attending something like Carry2College or like the college fair, jumping in that Discord? Like, what advice do you have for those students?
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is there's nothing to be afraid of, right? I think getting any experience at the high school level for a higher level of competitive esports is invaluable, since it's very difficult to get that kind of experience, especially if you're just looking on your own for, let's say, some of these amateur opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And the earlier that you can kind of maybe start considering colleges and kind of talking to different colleges, see what opportunities are out there, I think getting ahead of the game is definitely a great way to go about it. So I think you have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So, the first time might be a little scary, you might be a little bit nervous, but the next couple times you do it, it's going to be more comfortable. You're going to learn a lot of great things and make a lot of great connections, to maybe find some players who you can be competing with a little more consistently at a higher level. So I think it's just something that is a great opportunity to capitalize on. And I would encourage anyone to take advantage, no matter their skill.
What advice do you have for students who want to put their best foot forward in like coming to the college fair and approaching coaches like you? Is that having a speech prepared of what they're going to say, or is it like asking questions, like anything like that?
I think it's definitely just important to have some kind of idea of what you're looking for, right? There's a lot of colleges out there. There's a lot of different types of programs out there. And we all know that we want to provide students with the best opportunity. And we also are totally okay if we are not the best opportunity. We want to help students find that. So having an idea of what you might be looking for, do you want to go out of state? Do you want to stay in state? Do you want to go to a big state school? Are you okay with a private school? What kind of major are you looking for? These are all questions that can, already, remove some options from your list. And so I think it's just important to have some kind of idea, right? And also just be willing to ask different questions and make sure that you are just as invested in kind of your college decision as, the coach recruiting you is. Because again, if we want what's best for you, we want to know if we are the right fit. And if we're not, we've got a lot of friends who can help you find who might be the right fit. So I think just, being comfortable, being confident, being honest. We have no problem with hearing a no. We have no problem with, being told that, oh, we don't have your major, I might look elsewhere. That's totally understandable. Academics are very, very important, right? You are a student athlete. So I think those two things definitely would be my biggest advice.
Definitely, making an informed decision is very important. And final question, where can people go to learn more about your program?
You can either follow us on our social medias. We are at Clarke Esports. That is Clarke with an E. We are streaming most of our matches. You can obviously go to our athletic website, which is clarkepride.com. You can look more into our program and some of the things that we've been doing, or just directly reach out. You can find, obviously, our university on the Stay Plugged In page, and you can find my contact information. We would love to talk with you. Otherwise, we're definitely hoping to see you in the next upcoming Carry2College.